Aloha, top of the morning, friends and family. I'm here in Virginia getting ready to do some Redline Report interviews and just here at the All-American Reptile and Plant Expo. And I am bringing you this video today because I told you I would. And if you missed the last video, you heard the story of how I ended up on this backpacking trip and kind of the details of that. And I wanted to go back before that and talk about this book that I went through with this group of guys called The Intentional Father. And it was from that book we recognized as guys, adults, fathers, that we all shared in common a moment when we felt like we kind of came to manhood. And the common thread was that we all had some sort of crises that we went through. And so one of the thoughts was, man, we should do something with our boys where we can almost like curate crises for them so that they can have these hard moments that help bring them into their manhood. You know, we don't really have in our culture today here in the United States a set standard coming of age ceremony or anything of that level. We kind of leave it up to the culture to decide. So we wanted to have something intentional with our boys. Mongolian fathers sending their boys off to get their first eagle off the cliff, or Aboriginals sending their boys on a walkabout, something of that lines, but a little more curated, a little less, potential for death, but still the potential for death. One of our very first incidents, before we even got on the trail, one of the boys actually flipped over a cable running in the dark and really messed up his shoulder. And we didn't realize till we actually got back that he actually broke his collarbone and backpacked the whole trip with a broken collarbone. And he was really tough about it. I would never have guessed that he had a broken bone.
Amazing. I've never seen anything this amazing of view ever.
And he's super tough about it. I can only imagine the character that built for him. And that was kind of the intention behind the trip.
Wait, in my belt.
Okay, we're gonna do a pack weight to body weight ratio. You have high pack weight to low body weight. It means you're the strong man around here.
Wow, I dropped some weight since yesterday. 182, this scale's not accurate, I'll tell you that right now.
25, Tim. 26, Brian. And then we have 4 tied. 27, Oaks, Dusty, Noah, Bodie. And 28%, Keith. Dang, Keith. Where you at, dude? Yeah. Oh, you're right there.
But yeah, it was wonderful. We get to the trail, we're weighing packs just to see who has the most, because I'm editing the video right now as I tell you about it, so it's kind of fresh in the mind. Yeah, just seeing who has the most who's packing the most body percentage weight, and who's packing the least, and then we checked it on the way back. Just fun things like that. But yeah, it's a really good trip. I'm glad I got so much footage of it to share with you guys. Yeah, here, check out some of this footage. Greg, how far in are we?
1 mile.
1 mile? That's
All
what it felt
Trails
like.
report says 1.13 miles. So we're on a 25-minute per mile pace. We've climbed 351 feet.
Here comes some bikes. Dude,
Bikes.
I think we passed these guys on the road.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. So it's what is it, 5.5 out? 5.5 out?
It's 4.5.
4.5 out. So we're already a quarter of the way?
Yeah, no. Yes.
Are you coming up the road?
Those are nice bikes.
Yeah, guys.
How you feeling about the pace? We're about a quarter in. How you feeling?
Good.
Easy?
Easy.
Easy. Oh, freshly sun. No, how's that smell?
You should throw it up in the air.
Oh yeah, you definitely should.
Well, now, I just got to tell you, this here's the wilderness.
Wilderness.
And if you watch Daryl, he's going to go past, because he's got some legs on him. Look at those gams. Where do you got to be?
This is your first backpacking trip, yeah?
Yeah.
How does it feel so far?
Good.
Good? Yeah. What do you feel about like how much further, like as where we're at right now, like how many more times would you feel like I could easily go compared to so we've gone probably about a third of the way so far, maybe a little more.
Probably of the entire thing.
Yeah.
I think I could go like 10 miles, and then I would have to stop and call it, I think.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. No, how you feeling?
Feeling great. Legs are a little tired, but pretty great.
Keith, how you feeling?
Tired. My hands hurting.
Emmett, how you feeling?
Good. Yeah.
Boys, how we feeling?
This is so beautiful.
How we feeling?
Tired, but it's good. It's fun. That is not a bullet ant.
Daryl, how we feeling?
Hey, I'm ready to go, man. Feeling great.
Jeremy, first backpacking trip ever. How you feeling?
I feel good. I feel good.
Your first one?
So it's my first in almost 20 years.
Really?
It's good.
Yeah. Probably
I've hiked
18
this
years.
far before.
Wow. Halfway there?
More.
More. Thoughts?
One of the most beautiful places in the world.
Sausage.
One of the most beautiful lakes I've ever seen. Love this place. But we're not done.
You've only just begun. After much hiking and ups, downs, we finally arrived at George Lake, set up camp, and it wasn't long after being set up and doing a little fishing that we incurred our second injury of the trip, which was Casey. So his father and son, both the first to get injured, but Casey was the only person on the trip though who I hadn't really met, who I didn't know before the trip started. This ended up being a pretty good bonding moment for us. He was fishing with an ugly stick, which is a kind of short fishing pole, but it had a bobber on it and a hook, so it was like a bit long. So as you can imagine, you go to cast, but you don't have all the length that you do of a regular size rod. So the hook kind of stayed behind, and he caught it right in his bicep, and just like, and I've always known that if the barb of the hook goes in, you don't want to rip it back out. You kind of have to push it through, but I've never actually practiced it. The fun thing is my buddy Tim is actually a doctor. And he was fishing, and Casey was actually like, maybe we should get Tim over here. I was like, yeah, maybe. But Tim's fishing, so it's like, hey, we got to let Tim catch his fish because he's out there to, take a break and relax and do his fishing thing and not be on call as a doctor. So I took it upon myself to be the surgeon that day, which ended up being a really cool bonding moment for Casey and I. And I thank you, Casey, for like being so gracious and letting me film you while you have a hook stuck in your arm.
Dude,
You,
this freaking little rod.
you might have to, you got two options here. You rip the barb out, and it's going to hurt, and it's going to rip. Or drive it through the other side. But you got to clip the end off first if you need some pliers.
It's not wanting to really go through anywhere.
You got tough, well, your skin's tough there. Going through is the best move. You try to pull it back out,
Yeah.
you're just going to rip. You're going to rip and tear.
It's not going anywhere, man.
And once that barb comes through, it should pass through.
One person with two hands to be quick about it, like with to push and pull at the same time.
We've done it this far.
Video it.
We got to get that sucker
We're like
coming
right
out.
here.
We're right here.
Now you can just pull it out of your fingers.
Yeah. And we're out. Oh my gosh, dude.
No problem. Thank God for good friends and brave men to help another in need. Hey, that's not even bleeding, dude. Look at that.
Yeah, it's yeah. Well,
Put some hydrogen peroxide in there.
Yes, please.
Just gonna make it a little prettier.
Oh yeah, dude. Woohoo!
Oh my gosh. What's back in the water? I've always thrown them back.
I mean, you could eat it. Yeah, that was good. So yeah, fishing. We set up camp, and we had plans to like have the boys do different challenges and hard things, but they kind of ended up doing their own hard things on their own. So we were like, well, I guess they're doing some challenges on their own, and we don't really need to set anything up. But the cool thing that was really intentional, a lot of the dads had set up these subjects that they were going to talk about beforehand. And so we had intentional times around the fire, both in the morning and the evening, where we really processed through some of these ideas of what is it to be a man. A real man is a good friend. A real man has good friends. A real man is honorable. A real man makes good decisions. And we had all these different intentional talks about what does it mean to be a real man in the world, or set apart from the world, I should say. It led to some really cool conversations, the boys chipping in. I didn't film any of the talks. It was more of kind of our intimate time. There's a time for cameras and there's a time not for, in my opinion. The beautiful thing that I love about backpacking is you get up into a spot where people cannot drive to camp. And then from there, you can hike even further to places that you couldn't reach in just a day hike. Day 2, little day hike. We're gonna head up to the peak, hit like 3 cool lakes to fish at along the way. About a mile and a half one direction, but about 1,000-foot climb. So we're gonna take our time, enjoy it. Greg, thoughts?
Hope those fish are hungry up there. Gonna catch some fish for dinner tonight. Kaiser Peak, 10,200 feet. Never been there. Can't wait.
Yes. So a trip like this, having the proper tools is a big deal, actually. This little thing right here, it's lightweight and carry with you. You can filter water super fast and really efficiently. And also, it's like the cleanest filter I have, the smallest microns, and it's just like you can fill up everybody's water with it. So hiking around these lakes and like coming to all these different stops where we have water, all you need is this, and you don't have to carry a bunch of heavy water because water is one of the heaviest things you can carry. But with this, like, we can be hydrated and not have to carry a bunch of heavy weight. It was actually kind of sketch. There's one little scramble as we're going up. Like I've grown up hiking up crazy mountains and doing ridiculous climbing of that nature, so it wasn't too crazy to me. But then we have all our boys with us, or some of them are first-time backpackers. We all kind of talked about it after. It's like, yeah, somebody could have died right here. But that was one of the ideas. Like it's a hard thing. It's not easy, and that was the whole point of the trip in the first place. When we talked about it, it's been years ago at this point when we went through that book of The Intentional Father. But man, we got to that peak. We all agreed that we'd probably have to go back again because it was a little bit smoky. There's some fires nearby and you couldn't see as well as you maybe would have wanted to. That just means we'll have to go back. So our crew is now known officially as the Kaiser Peak Posse. I don't think it's going to be our last one. But yeah, just a big thank you to all the dads and sons that participated. I feel so incredibly blessed to be surrounded by such great folks and people that I can do this life with, these brothers, and be uncles to my boy, and I could be uncle to their boys. And if you ever hear about raising kids, like one of the common things is say it takes a village, and I think that's true. And I think it's really awesome that we have made time to make sure that that's actually happening, and that we're not going it alone. Oh, that's another thing. Real men don't go alone. That was another one of the real men themes. But big thank you to all the dads and the boys for just making it such an awesome trip. Big thank you to Greg for getting those patches for the boys to commemorate the trip and have a nice physical thing to have to remember the moment. Yeah, looking forward to so many more of those. Hope you guys enjoyed the footage of it. I've got I think I'll just finish it off with a message that I had my buddy Greg record of Noah that I'm seeing for the first time here, and then just a message for Noah, and then I'm going to make a private video with the rest of the messages from dads to sons for just the families to watch. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed that. And I'm sharing it with you guys because A, I thought it was cool, and B, like hopefully you were inspired to do something similar. So yeah, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you on the next video. Aloha.
I just want to tell him how grateful I am that he brought me on this trip, and I know it's like a very last minute thing, and I'm just really grateful that like he was willing to spend all that money on the stuff that we needed to buy, and he was willing to take me here. I just want to show him that I'm grateful. So when we went up to Kaiser, that one part was pretty sketch. It was I liked it looking back on it though. I didn't like it so much when I thought I might die doing it.
How do you feel now that you did it?
I feel great about it. Yeah, I'm really glad about it. Thanks. Thank you. Times a million.
Hey Noah, here's our little camp that we got to hang out at a little bit together. Maybe we'll play some chess tonight. I don't know. There's so many good things I could say about you. You're super smart. You're super funny. You beat me at chess, and I've never let you ever once beat me at chess, but yet it's happened many, many times, and it's pretty cool. You know, it's kind of mind-blowing. But this trip has been amazing. I've been super glad to be on it with you. Buddy, one of my goals is that you would just know how much I really love you by my actions. And I know I mess that up sometimes, but you know, as I'm being your dad, a lot of times I'm probably telling you things you don't want to hear, or things that you're like, why do I have to listen to this? And you know, anytime I say something to you, even if I'm messing up in the delivery, the intention is that I love you more than you'll ever know. Even though I hope that I will be able to love you in a way that you do know exactly how much I love you. I'm just super excited to see the person that you're gonna grow into as a man. And I'm seeing that happen already on this weekend, and I've been seeing it happen your whole life. And I'm just super excited to see what the Lord has for you, and the ways that you'll bless him and then bless others in return. Yeah, babe, I love you so much. Thank you for being an awesome son.